welcome in, Brotherhood. Me and Dakota here are...
wanting to know what happens next.
Yeah. We're excited to see where this is going to go. For anyone who is just now joining us, we are yet again playing Slay the Princess. It is a game that has a lot of twists and turns. We have seen the princess turn into a knife-wielding demon type thing. We've seen her split off into 4 personalities. We've seen her as a prisoner.
We joined her as a prisoner.
We've seen so many different versions, and we are actually supposed to continue gathering them for this otherworldly entity that has no name. It just has a lot of hands.
Yeah.
But where we left off, we are... For anyone who hasn't seen, it's kind of a time looping thing. We retain the memories of having done the story once before, but the rest of the people don't. But you guys will get it.
In the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Yet again.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Yeah, supposedly it'll be the end of the world if she survives.
End of the world.
So far, I hadn't.
Alright. We've done all of these. We haven't ever said this.
No, we haven't.
Do you want to?
Sure.
Always wanted off a monarch. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
That's fine.
You'll
Yeah.
find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Also, let me move the cam so you guys can see the dialogue. Sorry. That is important. That's gonna bug me. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Just a sec. There we go.
Okay.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
Wonder what it's gonna look like. It always looks different.
Always.
The
Except for the
interior of
first
cabin
time.
is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain.
Have we
wooden
tried to
table.
slay her without the
Perched
knife?
on that table is a pristine blade.
No.
The blade is your
Maybe we should.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Do we explore and take the blade, or do we just enter the basement?
Let's enter the basement one more time and see what happens.
Let's enter without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated.
This looks very
by
similar to the
unseen
first time we
light in the
did it.
room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Let's see the voice we hear.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
We have innocent sounding one now.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to
He's
remember
never said
for the
that
rest of your
before.
life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of
I'm here to save you.
really sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck
She's
down here
never
forever.
said that.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock
She's
eyes
never
with the
looked this
princess.
way.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Even the original princess we
Binding her to
saw
the far
had a
wall
hint of
the
like
basement.
anger to her voice.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. Right.
Focus!
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
See, this is how I thought it'd be
Something to do with these
harder
chains.
to kill, as someone who, like, doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Are we, though?
I'll see what I can do.
Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No,
You're saying that.
you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the canyon.
That's very true, though.
It is very true.
The second one?
Okay.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Is it
You
gonna
attempt to
slam
make
us
your
shut
way
again?
out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs
The
slams
door
shut.
shuts.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
We already have had this happen.
We did,
But not the innocent version of her.
right?
Do we just return to the bottom?
Sure.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like
The
you were
narrator
supposed to.
just likes us to obey.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She actually wants to work with us, which she hasn't
She
previously.
barely hesitates,
Whoa!
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Why did you?
As she
Okay.
rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind
Yeah.
her,
Okay.
the clang of bouncing metal.
Welcome.
It's the blade from upstairs.
Someone
You're
threw
not
the
sure how
blade
it made
down.
its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh, she's already. Yeah.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you
I'm
place
so
the blade against the
nasty.
ragged
She didn't
face
have to
of
do
the
that.
the princess's arm.
Daddy comes in. Oh! Welcome to Slay the Princess, Daddy.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the
Jesus.
ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she
Oh,
still
boy.
smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She's so fucking creepy.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door. It's the only choice we have. See, this is what happens when we've already made the other choices.
Uh-huh.
We're approaching a different conclusion every time. Maybe I should move it to the corner over here. Because you guys are getting, like, only parts of dialogue here. Okay, let's approach the locked door. Just a second, I'll let it... There we go. Okay, let's approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that.
There we go,
This
yeah,
takes
that's
too
perfect.
long. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Why?
As the princess approaches
This
the bottom
again?
stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warner again?
Yep.
Stop that.
So Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance.
She looks terrified now.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a course.
No, you can't control me.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She's gonna
She
stab us,
plunges it
yep.
into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Have we though?
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
Good lord.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your
She didn't
ruined
want to kill
chest
us.
as tears carve rivulets
I
of
don't
ink
understand why
down
she
her
thought she
blood-spattered
had to.
cheeks.
It was either
Can't
her
just
or
end like
us.
this.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
I don't think it's over. Because now we have
On a path in the woods.
the
And at the end
repeat.
of that path is a cabin. And in the basement
And now we're gonna have a
of that
different one.
cabin is a princess.
Right.
You're here to slay her.
This is, I bet you the
Don't.
smitten will come
It will
out.
be the end of
The
Probably.
lover one.
Oh, you bastard, in for it. Now I'm wise to your tricks.
I watched your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you
Just
talking
'cause
about? We
I
just met for the
know
first time.
We
Just
both
know
like that
what
one.
happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of
The
us last
smitten,
time,
I knew
did
it.
he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Yeah.
Our beloved. Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love. And the four of us
This is
will
definitely a
foil
different
you
choice.
And all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Or
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore
We gain
him
2 people?
specifically. Sounds
Say
like he's
what?
the sort who'd
We gain 2
sacrifice the whole
people?
world for a
No,
peck
the
of cheek.
smitten.
yeah, but he said the 4 of us. Or is he talking about the
Us
narrator?
too.
There
Us,
was
the
2.
narrator, the voice of the hero, and himself.
Yeah. Okay.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't
The
worth
smitten.
He's just be pres-
We should just proceed, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
Yep.
And she
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Yep, don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I think so too.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Alright then.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
I would tend to agree with
Pay
that.
their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
Yep.
The interior
Different.
is
The mirror!
elegant.
That's
its
a- I
stone
think that's a
walls
picture.
Oh, that
draped
is a
in
map.
fine-threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner.
Royal prisoner.
The
Huh?
only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Nope, we need to
You'll need
interact
it if
with
you
the
want to
mirror
do this
as
right.
always. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
We do.
There was a mirror a
Ridiculous.
second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Now, do we just enter?
Yep, we're just entering.
No blade.
I'm curious what version
Door
of
to the
her we're gonna
basement cracks
get.
open.
Hopefully a different one.
Stairwell.
Still.
Gold
Like,
trimmed
or we get the
carved
same
pillars
one,
with light
and
fixtures
she's like,
positioned along the walls.
I don't know, maybe
Basement
smitten with
almost
us? I
seems
don't know.
Welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I doubt
soft
it.
voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's her again.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
He's so ridiculous!
But you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
I would tend to agree with that.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Are they though?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
She
princess.
looks different.
There's a heavy
The
chain
outfit
around
is
her
like
wrist,
full
binding
on
her to
gown
the far
now.
wall.
Uh-huh.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust
Trust and foul imprisonment. I have the voice of a man who is in love. Oh.
Danny agrees.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Yeah, she can't hear you, Smitten.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear mine.
Oh my god.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud.
I would tend to agree with that statement too.
It's you, my dashing hero. I
Oh.
was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Oh my.
Whoa.
She called us a hero.
Yeah, and the voice of the hero likes that.
So it really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been
This is the
here
first time the
before.
narrators believed us.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
That's right.
She killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's a little over the top, but he's not wrong.
And
Right.
you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really
It really
hoped I'd be
makes
the
me
first
wonder
part.
how many worlds have
What's
been
done is
destroyed.
done.
Or if he's even telling us the
You have a chance
truth.
to do it right
Because
this
you remember
time.
we saw all the different cabins? Are they actually worlds, or are they like tests for the ultimate slay? You know?
We damned a whole world. But everything reset.
Yeah.
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
There's no proof of anything he says, though.
No, there's not.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
She looks so happy.
She does. She looks super happy to see us.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone...
I kind of want to listen to this just to be curious about what happens.
Right?
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
No.
No.
The last one besides rescue.
I'm sorry about what happened. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising
Yeah,
extent.
I agree with this.
An almost unsettling extent, actually.
She dismissed it so quickly.
She did.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little
I
voice
like to think
him,
that maybe she
always
does.
trying to
Or she
drive
can
her to
hear all of
violence.
them, actually.
I find it odd that, like, they have him capitalized.
Him?
Like
Yeah.
the god.
Yeah. That's a good point. And they always capitalize him.
Yeah.
What happened after I died?
Yeah.
That's an interesting
It
question.
is.
You died, and now we're talking.
Yeah.
That's an odd turn of phrase. Did we ask that?
Sure.
Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Now she's asking what makes us
Isn't
happy.
that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
It's so
Good
weird.
Yeah.
That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
No? I mean, it's not this.
No.
I don't know, because at this point we've been through so many worlds. I'm kind of this way. I don't care one way or the other, because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to affect anything. We just reset all over again.
Right. True.
Yeah, what do you think? One or two?
I think too.
Okay.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
I mean, it's
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She
odd.
wasn't confused for long.
If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable.
Inconceivable!
An ounce of cruelty within
Princess
her.
Bride.
Or
He was already giving me
that
Princess
is
Bride
high
vibes. That
time
made
to
it even more
rescue
so.
Darling.
Okay.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
That's a good question.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What?
Will we?
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with.
I'm with the
any
hero on
idea we
this. She
came
is
up with.
speaking
Am I
weirdly.
the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So So go ahead and slay her.
He immediately goes to kill. Why did you do that? You did make that a question. And it's a good question. Like, why didn't you just try and take the knife and leave with us?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
Was it?
She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Are we, though? We're only able to rescue, so...
Here we go.
Rescue again!
No. I can't let
Yep,
you do
here
that.
we go
If you
again.
Take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Oh, oops.
Not on my
It
watch,
skipped
villain.
something there.
My passions.
What did he say? If you take another step, you'll what? Take over my body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Okay. Okay, not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I would.
The
I'd
wolf.
listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it.
I
I
don't
guess
know.
I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free. And you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
She looks off.
She's gonna jump at us.
Princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
She's cute.
Had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
In the name
What do we do
of
now?
love.
What do you want to do?
Uh-huh.
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. It's the only thing you've ever doubted, the actual truth.
Yeah, exactly. The shackles were so loose, she just like slipped out. Why didn't she do that before? Love! Huzzah for love! I hit the right
I
click again.
think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh, we're back to this. that feels like a Notebook moment. I want you to tell me what you want. What do you want?
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'm not gonna get angry with her because she hasn't given us a reason to like get like forceful.
I just want to leave. We can figure out the
Yeah.
rest later.
We can figure out the
That
rest later.
sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand.
She's such a
the
cutesy
last hopes
person
of the
right now.
entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it. It's moping
It's
is the
moping.
only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess.
Aw,
walk up
she's
the
so
stairs.
cute.
She's very cute this round.
Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Yeah,
I
it
did
is.
that last time. And you should know that you won't be able to leave.
On the contrary.
Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough
Really?
of this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper
Can we just
than
punch the
anything
door
you
open?
will ever know.
I know, right?
Are you listening?
Maybe
You
we
don't have
can
to go
use
along
her
with the every
blades in
whim
her
of
arms
the
so she can
world.
slash.
I'm just along for the
I
ride at
don't
this
know.
point.
You know what?
Think you can
I think we can open it if we
try to
try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door.
Together.
And lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
True love has unlocked the door.
I told you our love was inseparable.
This is so
Make your way
different.
upstairs and-
Don't you
Hey, that's
stab
right. This
us.
is a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from
No.
the door and stab
Run!
her before it's too late.
You're not doing that, right?
Yeah.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yep.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to
Can
the
they have
cabin.
an outside of the
I'm
cabin?
so curious.
You step outside.
Wait, really? Your love will set you free.
Our happy ending at last.
Oh, the music changed. The nothing.
We did it. What should we do now?
It's over.
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
It's into the nothing yet again.
I'm cold. Is
Oh,
it
now
supposed
she's
to be
changing.
so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Nope. Time for her to be taken.
No. I like her.
I did. She was sweet. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
He's the voice that always stays at the mirror part. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. Or it's gonna be okay, or we just... And you always get scared.
That was funny.
Yeah, we've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
We have feathers.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Not in the mirror. Approach the mirror. Let's see how much we've deteriorated. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. We're not melting anymore, now we're just bone. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the Long Quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
That's interesting. There's trees and stars. And there are people, I think. At least, there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Feels like a siren song.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
Yeah. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
That's a good point.
Uh-huh.
I like this. There are voices. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, and when I'm gonna find him, I'm gonna kill him? Oh, God. Or this. Finally have answers.
Yeah, that one.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Is that true, though? Do you think that we're real? That's interesting.
Right?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can
That's actually
exist.
true. That's the paradox of the word.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
Yeah, she was such a
This
sweetie.
one is soft and delicate. You
Yeah.
molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Mm-hmm. I knew she was going to say something like that.
She has served her purpose.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Oh,
And
really?
then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be
We have
seated.
one more?
A final multitude.
Oh, wow. This is the last stage before your completion. I'm just going to stay here? Or is this the... If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? Do you want me to ask her that?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully
This was
drawn.
in Coco?
I didn't say so.
Really heavy on the caramel. No, okay.
I'm sure.
Okay.
There's some cocoa in there, but it's not...
It's not what you were.
No.
I guess we can go back. Part of me wonders what happens if we destroyed our body.
Do you want to see?
No.
It'll probably just send us back anyway. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm ready to go back.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will
Good.
be here, waiting for you.
Be about time.
I'm a feathery thing.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Stop killing me.
The hero and the princess. Bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yep.
Ah,
We know.
Slay her.
We know.
Not the narrator again. Silently continue to the cabin.
Yeah.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Yep,
Ignore
yep,
him.
we've done
He doesn't know
this.
what he's talking about.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost
Do we
entirely
take the
bare.
knife this time?
The air is stale and
Do
musty,
you want to?
and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of
I'm
dust.
curious if we
The only
can go with our
furniture
hands.
is a plain
And just slay her
wooden
with
table.
our hands.
Perched
I'm
on our
curious,
table is a
but it just
pristine
seems like every
blade.
time we don't take the knife,
We
it
end up dying
insinuates-
anyway.
It insinuates that we're gonna rescue her.
The blade
Yeah.
is your implement.
We'll just make different choices.
Take it,
No,
or-
enter the basement, and if it says lie,
Go
we're
to the
here to
basement.
save
Let's,
you.
I was gonna say, let's see who
Revealing a
we've got.
staircase faintly, her voice softly carries
let's
up
hear
the
the voice.
stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, so we have the innocent side.
Don't let it fool you.
Yep, okay.
Lie.
I'm here to save you, it's a lie.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Since you want to see if you can do it with your hands.
You walk
Yeah.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the... She's beautiful. I am begging
Yep.
you to stay
A lot
focused.
riding.
I can't believe you're here.
Okay,
I hope
so
you
we're-
got something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but
Should we talk or see what I can do and then go and slay?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Oh,
she pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
The third one.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Um. Without saying another word.
What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Did we ever... No, this is the one that we got locked down there too, right?
I think. Oh, actually, I don't think so.
We haven't just kept her locked away.
Uh-uh.
Do you want to try?
Sure.
Yeah. It's supposed to keep you locked away down here. Or I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret.
Oh, you're
that
switching
decision.
personalities now.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Locker in the basement?
Locker in the
I
basement.
know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip.
We
these
have
chains.
not done this.
And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
Oh, that's a relief.
I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her.
Or we can do we're sticking to the plan and locking her away this time. Because every time we've slayed her, we don't.
We get back into the... She's... Yeah. No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Once
Okay.
held. Where did the blades go?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there.
Whoa!
It's easier on yourself and let me out. It's not like this little door will hold for very long.
She slipped the chains.
It's probably a good idea to try to get back
How
on
much
the
you want to bet she doesn't have
good
a
side.
She sounds
Yeah.
terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
attempt to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Oh my.
You know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
You're not even a princess, you're a monster. Yeah. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I could be innocent and harmless, if I'm not be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
That's fair.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the
Uh-oh.
cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken,
Are we gonna
and
get
the table
this?
shoved out of the way. Where is
I
she?
don't know.
Thanks for helping me get out of
What
that
the fuck?
awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
What the fuck is
It
she?
isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin,
Yeah, this is different.
unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I
Oh,
can take my
jeez.
time with you, can't I?
She steps closer.
Ah!
Silent
I didn't think we could get a creepier face, but apparently we
You
can.
feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe
Jesus.
I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
What is she?
Shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
But it is.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes
Goes
dark,
dark. And you die.
and you die.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. The nightmare. Oh boy, we picked a good one to end all of the transformations on, didn't we?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. In
Whoa.
the basement of that cabin.
So as long as we
Is a
picked everything that
princess.
did not involve slaying the princess, we
You're
got
here
to
to
build
slay
the
her.
entity
If you
Yeah,
don't,
apparently.
and discover
it will
what
be
we
the
are.
end of the wood.
She's going to kill me.
She's going to kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess.
She's not even
I
a
hardly think she'd be capable
princess.
of killing someone as skilled and
Oh,
courageous
I'm
as
glad
yourself.
you think so highly of me.
Yeah,
If he
right.
doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
The hopeless. You watch.
Shh.
Paranoid.
Hears us. That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you?
It's capitalized again.
Shit.
I think you'll find
Yeah.
yourselves very hard pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all.
Let's save here since this is the last one. And
Proceed to the cabin.
yeah, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will
No,
cheat,
I
and she will do everything.
don't
her
believe a
will.
word she
Lying
said.
and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time.
Yep.
Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
That
It
she
doesn't
was.
matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed into the cabin.
Ah.
What if we don't even go downstairs and we just locked the
The
door?
interior of the cabin.
There's no door!
The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
I was waiting for it to give us an
The
option
blade
to
is
just
your
throw the
implement.
blade at her
You'll need it if you want
Right?
to do this right.
without having to get close.
What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
It's just an empty frame.
Yeah,
She's
there
already
was
gone
a
out,
door.
hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Oh shit, look at the sides of the cabin.
There's eyeballs.
They're like shadowy things with eyes.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out.
What do you think
If
it
you
is?
keep getting stuck in your head like this,
I
you're
think
going
she's
to
a
struggle
ghost.
to get the job done.
The way she was.
So deep breath in, deep
I don't know
breath
if the knife will do anything.
Your task awaits,
I don't
and
either.
only you can do it.
The mirror.
Yep.
You
Always
walk up to
the
the
mirror.
wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to
It's
see.
a wall.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole cabin is different.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this.
Do we take the
past
knife
life
or not,
nonsense.
though?
You haven't died. You certainly
Part of me
haven't
says
been killed by the
yes,
princess.
only because of how threatening
focus
she
up.
was last
Yeah.
time.
What's riding on this?
I say let's take it this time.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would
I don't
be
know if we
difficult to
even
slay the
can
princess and
slay
save the
her.
world without a
Me
weapon.
neither.
Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it going to be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know,
That's a good point.
better than a knife?
Can we have a bomb?
Could we have a bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable
But
of
she's
pulling this off,
translucent.
as long as you
Right?
lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
This is our last one, too. The last vessel. She's a creeper for the last one.
Yeah.
Good lord.
You
What?
cross over
The
threshold
eyes?
onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
What the
Or
fuck?
eyes, too.
You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood.
Jesus.
If the princess lives here, slaying her
I
would
don't think
probably
the
be doing her a
princess is
favor.
even a human.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay,
Jesus.
we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Just throw the knife at her.
Ouch.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to...
Right, Loki? Isn't that
in the
right?
first place,
Hi, Loki. Yeah, just...
it'll be enough.
I don't know how much you saw, Loki, but we went to lock her in the basement and she turned into this, like, ghost and, like, made our organs fail us and we died.
Yeah, it's like she was
And then we came
disintegrating
back
us
and
from
this
the
is the
inside.
staircase we're coming down.
Like she had the power to, step off into the void between the stairs.
That's an interesting choice.
It's like a trust fall.
Right? Do we want to? Just to see what it does?
Yeah.
Into the void.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
Right? Don't trust.
I was curious.
I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
That's a good point.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh boy, here we
I
go.
mean, nothing happened
As you
out of that
emerge, you
curiosity.
find
What is
yourself
this?
in two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement.
Oh
mark
my
where the floor should
god.
be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely...
Oh, the narrator is a interesting entity, Loki. If you missed the first one, me and Dakota here, we think the narrator is a form of God in this game.
They keep capitalizing he.
They capitalize he when they reference him in the same sort of way that you would reference God or some sort of deity.
No, God in specific.
Right.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
It is kind of funny.
It is funny.
No, I'm not.
It's funny when he
Somebody
argues.
needs to be the voice
Yes.
of reason here, and it's certainly...
Right, yeah, see, he's arguing with the voices here.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell
Obviously
we're
the
looking at
same
like it's
voice
an ordinary
doing all the
basement.
voices.
Right.
We're going to die down here.
It is, yeah,
Want to die
the same one who does the paranoid, the hero, the narrator. It's all the same person.
Oh yeah?
I will say that my favorite one was the one when we went in the killing montage and it was just all these different voices all talking at once.
Yeah.
You had like the cunning, the hopeless, the paranoid, the smitten, the cheated. Like there was so many.
There's like 7.
Yeah, and they were all talking over each other.
It's like schizophrenia much.
Yeah. We're gonna die down here. I don't want to die again. Yeah, right?
Please stop saying that. You're only going
Yeah.
to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you.
Oh, shit.
It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Why the sing-songy? I'm going to find you. 'Cause I'm a creepy monster. Just do nothing.
We're gonna go right.
Go right? Alright.
Straight to
Turn
the
to the
eyeballs.
right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
Okay.
There you are.
Whoa! You're weirder than last time!
You?
As the princess approaches, Your legs suddenly go numb.
Oh gosh.
Your
again.
arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
I can run a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think.
Yeah, Loki, right?
Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
As your blood
Whoa!
begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
He's like whispering it.
I can tell.
liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back over.
Throw the dang knife!
Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then the experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? You sure that's what you want? Or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there
boy.
gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why?
She can't.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her
She's
intent.
not there. She
Don't lose
can't.
sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
What good am I to you, What do you want
Yeah.
from me?
What do you want from
I
me?
tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count.
She's gonna try and possess us.
What we have going on? I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
That's a good question. If you need me alive, then why'd you threaten us?
Yeah.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
He's still whispering it.
Yeah.
Heart, liver, and lungs. Nerves.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
Yeah.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
What do you think she is?
I think she's a ghost.
Keep going down.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you. So do your worst. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare.
That's an interesting one, because I kind of, with your initial thing, I don't think she's really there.
Yeah. You want to see what happens if we do that? Let's toss the blade and remain.
Are you serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Whoa!
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
No.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out!
A lonely soul in a room by itself. weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
What the hell?
Let me out!
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
What is this?
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage,
She's
distance,
melting.
poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
This is like her origin story.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on.
What?
What? Whoa!
What the heck is happening?
The moment of clarity.
In the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess.
The Broken! We haven't seen the
So
Broken.
Fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
Many times.
I guess it feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let
The
her out.
Opportunist?
It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were
Alright.
supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling.
We haven't seen
Do
these.
I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
We can't be unfeeling. Not when
Hunted?
there's so much fear everywhere.
I don't know where we are, Lilium. I really don't.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
We are just as confused as you, trust
We
me.
love her, so we have to set her free. Can we
The
love
Smith
something
is
that
back.
hurts us?
And the Skeptic.
Can we love something that hurts
Everybody's
us?
back.
To be given an ounce of kindness.
Yeah,
from
these are all the
something so
voices
cool
we were talking
would be
about.
more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us?
The
There
cheated.
aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I think they're all wrong. Yeah, this is definitely that type of game for sure.
I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her.
I don't care how you
Pull
feel.
yourself
Fuck
together.
you.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget or you need to stop feeling much. of it.
Jeez.
I don't like cold.
They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
He's worse than her.
Oh my god. I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right.
All of
He's
them
obviously
talking to
they're all
us.
wrong. What are you going to do about it?
What if we
His-
don't go to the
What
cabin?
if we don't go to the cabin?
We've tried that.
Contrarian.
He's right.
Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
Clearly.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
The narrator is
Yeah.
different.
What's your secret?
Why can you break the rules when we can't?
How many times have you all been here?
Uh-huh.
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine.
Typically.
It won't.
It
It will
won't.
be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
It does go on and on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions? I like that.
Yeah.
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really.
This is like where the
There's just a
voices
pecking
reside?
order.
Maybe.
And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
Why is the music getting loud?
You're lucky.
Maybe she's gonna
Well,
come to
gift
us
we
because
have
she's
to
getting
forget.
tired of waiting.
Right?
Tries to keep them numb. They're all too soft. A shame, really.
I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it.
Yeah.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way.
Maybe he
You your
is.
memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. He never goes anywhere.
Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I?
Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment.
They really
It
do.
doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
Yep.
And that's
Then
kind of my
she
point. I'm like, when's she gonna
smashes
just
the
go, oh, hello?
Yeah, right?
If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
The only way is to do nothing.
So nothing I will do. Stay where I am.
You do nothing. You can't just do nothing. You have to do
Do
something.
we, though?
That's a new one. Huh. Do you think it'll work?
No. Nothing ever worked.
The bro kid is just so depressive.
Boo. You're the worst.
Boo!
Boo.
Boo!
He's not the one who got us into this mess.
At least I keep you breathing around her. See? That's why the sad one's the worst. The jumpy one tries.
Who cares? All of you just yap about nothing.
And that kind of attitude is why you're in the top half.
Great.
And that's why you're not the top.
I want to see what nothing does for us. Right now, all of you aren't letting nothing happen.
Hopefully this stuffs all the rest of them someplace quiet. You need me.
He's new.
And you need to not have them.
Voice of the Cold makes me think of like when we were going
Oh,
out.
all of us have gotten all
What?
the rest of us
The voice of the
killed at
cold
one
reminds
point.
me of when we
That's
were going
hardly
down.
even a concern.
Yeah.
And he was trying to make us not feel.
Right.
As the little voices bicker amongst themselves, you do your best to stay still in the woods. It is difficult, and the more time you spend waiting, the harder it will be to sharpen your focus when you need it.
I wonder what we look like right now. Are we standing? Sitting? I like to think we have an air of dignity.
My point exactly.
I think we continue to do nothing.
It'd be fun.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
That's the entity right there. Oh! We don't have a choice. Oh boy.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. but eventually
The
you
mirror!
get to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
Yeah.
He always lies.
He does lie.
Always makes it go. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
Yeah, I'll see the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Buried
mirror is
deep
there,
inside the
everybody.
earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What happened? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
Okay.
Or you could just give up.
No. We approach the mirror.
You
Because
walk
that's all
up the
we can
hill,
do.
hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just
My
go around
God.
it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
We're proceeding.
Proceed.
Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little
This
more
is the only
specific.
option you gave me.
Another new one. How do you keep coming up with new things? I hope this works better than nothing did. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he
That's
gets
right.
to make
That's why
them.
I get to make them.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
Camelot
The
style,
interior
pull out a
of the
blade.
cabin
Blade.
is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
I always thought it was funny that it moves stuff when you move this.
I don't see eyes this time.
Take it. It's the only way.
I don't
forward.
either.
Why won't it let us pick those?
It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else, don't you remember? You have to take the blade. Take the blade. We can't do anything. We have to or take.
Part of me wants to say you have to.
You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Oh boy.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth.
Oh, it's her.
You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
What?
Too bad we didn't have a shovel.
Right?
With every word she speaks,
Well, she
the princess
come-
in the pit blinks closer.
I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could move you.
And closer.
She's not even connected to herself.
Watching over me forever. That was so brave.
Closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. It's like it's going to take me away. And let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together.
What if I
exploring
jump
the world
into the
and
hole
spreading
and
fear
drag her
wherever we
down in
go?
with me?
Well, mostly just me. But you get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your powers so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
It only lets us take her hand.
You were just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
That's all that's available. The other ones won't let us pick them.
Yeah, we can't pick anything else. Just take her hand and set her free.
Extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
I hate you.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
You're going into the long quiet.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Because you're the last one. You do not give the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone.
No, not quite,
Things are different now,
guys.
aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone.
I'm done fighting.
Yeah.
My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you.
I'm ready for the truth.
Are we gonna figure out what we are now?
Ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere.
I don't think we ever heard the hunted.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it.
We were unraveled before.
You are nothing at all. It's just nothing. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A narrator? A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh boy.
You're the narrator.
So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
Yeah, do the first one first.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Maybe just.
What are you? Are you something like me?
If you're not me, then what are you?
Yeah, if you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Has every narrator really been different?
Yeah, others like you. You said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you fail, anytime you thought yourself dead, it will restart and shut both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Oh my.
So many questions for you.
I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy. Not really. It's just reading that one.
So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I had met you, you denied it even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me? Then what am I? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
Yeah, I like that one.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Why would you want me to
Destroy the concept of transformation. That's a good question.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Yeah, y'all totally should. Not really. Every time I ask, like a piece of you breaks.
I feel like it's just gonna make him break again.
Yeah. Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her.
You could say that.
Yeah.
If you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, what do you mean a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the world?
It's simple, really. She can become whatever people perceive her to be. That's easy. I'll just will her into something really small. But wait, What if I accidentally will her into something that ends the world? Oh no, what if just thinking that?
But you wouldn't have finished your hypothetical thought because she would have already destroyed the world. Luckily
Why
for
do
you,
we
as you
control
are now,
that
you won't be
transformation?
able to will her into anything.
Wait.
You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Am I not a living being? That's a good
Right.
question.
You never were. You are the Long Quiet. The god I made to
I
rid the
am
world
the
of
Long
death.
Quiet.
For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality. But you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer.
I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Lie. Rest easy.
Do we lie, though? He knows. I haven't decided. Honestly, I haven't.
Yeah.
I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
After this, I'm probably gonna have to go to the bathroom. Had too much coffee.
Okay.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And
Bye-bye,
echoes
narrator.
always fade away. You
Bye.
know what you have to do.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was final. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin.
Do that
One
this side.
last time. Yep, we're gonna take a quick break, guys. Me and Dakota both need to use the restroom, so we'll be right back. Alright, everyone, we're back. Alright, it is time to proceed to the cabin one last time. Bring the moment of clarity to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh, something's happening, though.
Overfloweth.
Now, what the hell? Oh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo?
Yeah, did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the
That's crazy when
shifting
you do that.
moon, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning?
See, why would we
Or
end
will you
death?
open the final doors to our liberation?
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling? That's a good question.
Right.
Let's ask that.
Hey, Deadly.
Of course I
Hey,
have
Deadly.
a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Okay. I'm doing good, Deadly. How about you? Oh, let's see. And I need answers before I can make a choice.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have
Led
led
to this moment.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh, I didn't want you to go violent.
Few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared.
It came out from her.
Like me, and I am the only being like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to share the reality of solitude and cast it on creation?
Address this vessel's statement directly. Appeal to your shared. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Okay, argue our independence, reject it.
Part of me wants to address her directly.
expand.
If that is what it takes to rid the world of suffering, I could bear the solitude.
But rid the world of suffering? It seems so counterproductive. Like,
It does.
because it's like a world without end.
You showed me your heart to break me. That was a terrible thing to see.
Yeah.
I know I am what it did to you, but it is through the pain of vulnerability that we heal. Will you leave all who have been hurt to live on Monday? Your heart has a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Address them directly.
Sure. I want that feeling back.
Yeah, I want that feeling back.
It never left you. You just need to open your heart to me once more. There is no beginning to them, there is no end. And there is no end. There is only the flood of bodies.
Oh my god.
Sensation at once, and then you hold them all again.
Her.
You reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Address. To contain everything is to contain every evil alongside every good.
You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes where we had dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open.
Just like a final confrontation.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle
The
on
prisoner.
them. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's my thing. That would be torture.
Yeah.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease.
It's bad that I,
Is to be
like...
trapped.
Is she creepy? Yes. But here's what I'm seeing. She is the finality. She is the eventual, like, end of life, but also the perspective of every life.
Right.
And to, like, destroy that would be to destroy life. This is the razor.
You are gory ribbons. You are body. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once.
Yeah.
You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you humble me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives. And yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you You showed me how much further I could still climb.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave
We've been in this prison
together.
all along.
What do you think happens when we leave?
Yeah, what do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
That's a good point.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
Yeah.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
There's a lot of slay. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. That's a good answer.
It is.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do
The
it.
hero? Which hero are you?
I'm all of them. I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Where's everyone else?
Where's everyone
They're
else?
still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Do we end her though? Like, he's talking about finding her heart so we can kill her. Do we want to end? She is trying to like overpower us. That much
She
is
is.
obvious.
Now I can tell she's manipulating.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Concept art.
Concept art again? We did this once before.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
A little bit, considering we see the shamblings.
Do you need me to describe things?
No. Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. Kind of sad to see him go.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it?
Yeah.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Jesus! Hi, Deadly. We're both on edge because this is a game where shit can happen out of nowhere. Woo! And give us both a start. Holy shit.
No! I'm trying to read and I'm just like, what happened to the TV? Sure.
Maybe this? Or this?
I don't actually know how I feel.
Yeah, about him being gone.
Get the fuck out! Ah, Daddy, no!
That was coming. Yes.
I'm telling Mommy.
I haven't heard that sound bit in a while. Oh, thank you, Deadly. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
If the offer still stands.
I'm Batman. Yeah, describe it to me, for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course.
Uh-huh.
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Take it.
Take it.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Into
Into
the
the
basement. Because apparently we're British.
Stairs. Do you remember the first time we were
Enter
here?
the basement.
The first time we heard her voice.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
Oh, ghosty breathing.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down
And
the
down we
stairs.
go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
No, we shouldn't.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really
No
brings me back.
chance.
Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why
It
don't
was
we
at this
chat a
moment
little
that he
before I
knew.
know?
He fucked up.
Just giving us all the sound bits. Appreciate it.
Sit with her.
Let's sit with it for old time's sake.
I think I want to be a good.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you the same?
There has to be a way out of this. I like this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the
I don't
truth.
know if I want that either.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what
Skill
we
check
want?
sounds. Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If they continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer? I don't want to forget you. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we've done this before?
I think they messed up on the grammar there
Yeah.
a little bit.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there another way? I take it all back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? No, see, I don't want to end everything.
The thing is, it's like,
Yeah, like I don't want to be alone.
if we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Yeah. Yeah.
The one they grammatically
Right.
screwed up.
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Would it do anything to help the people out there?
Yeah.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
I don't want to forget you.
Yeah.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
That was actually a sweet answer for her. How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm indifferent I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything? Isn't there any other way?
Yeah.
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
No, I don't want to slay her. Here's the thing. I feel like she's necessary.
I do too. What? Down more. So it's basic.
Is it too late to go back to being a god? Can we go back to gods and like try and find a healthy medium?
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you.
Yeah, I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Hmm.
We're gonna find ourselves back here eventually.
Yeah.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
What about the okay? Then let's do it. I believe in us. But her plan is to go back, have her do everything.
Basically start at the beginning. Not do anything. Just keep the status quo, because by letting her go, everything in the universe is gone. But by killing her, we would stop anything from being able to be gone.
What about the I take it all back, I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you?
Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
What if I let you bring about the end of everything? Maybe explore the last thing we have?
Sure.
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
That's
and if
fair.
you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
I don't like this. What do you guys think we should do?
I don't want to kill her. I feel like the only rational thought here is by not killing her and it restarting, we hold the status quo of how life should be.
Yeah.
People suffer as they've always suffered, and they die as they've always died. If we slay her, then we stop her as far as letting death happen naturally.
Right.
So, in a way, we would just create nothing by doing that. By slaying her, we would do nothing but
ruin the balance.
Ruin the balance. Exactly. Whereas agreeing to her plan is staying the same.
Okay, let's do this.
I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
I guess so.
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
I love you. We should say that and see what she says.
Oh, I love you too.
Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
It really
And at the end of that
restarts?
path is a cabin.
Oh my god.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It really did.
What if we silently continue to the cabin? I wonder if we know anything.
Oh no, that was it. Okay. You got her again.
I don't like the sudden loud.
Oh God. Man.
No clipping that. No. You're evil.
It's clipped now.
All right.
Wow.
We promised a little preview of what is happening on the 8th.
That we did.
Probably not for too long because we're going to need to leave in an hour.
Okay.
Maybe.
Here we go. Let's return. Play your other game. I didn't even know they had another game.
What is their other game?
What's their other game? Did it open a... Oh, Scarlet Hollow is their other game. Yeah, I have that wish listed, actually. Huh. Maybe we'll come back and play that. That would be interesting.
Maybe.
Well, let's return to the main menu. Well, everyone, we will give you a sneak peek of what we have in store for you for the actual stream on the 8th. Give me a moment. I'm going to move the webcam.
I'll probably do webcam only. Don't need to be seeing all of the games we have planned.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll give you guys camera only for right the moment. I have so many things that I haven't had people use. It's funny to hear it being used. Alright, so this next game that I'm going to give you guys a preview of is called Life Eater. I don't want to give you guys too much info on it. I want you guys to kind of see it blind. So I'm just going to start it up and we'll see what you guys think. Here we go. We're kind of keeping the dark theme. From what I've read, at least. Alright, let's see. Make sure we got all that. Let's start the game. So, interesting idea. I don't know if this is one I'll have to narrate or not. We will see.
I know the name of the Lord
Apparently
of the
not.
Earth. And that name is Zimforth.
Zimforth.
He is not a kind god. The things I must do to serve him are cruel and vicious.
This fits with the whole god.
But if I don't do this year after year, the world will end. I am my God's precious sinner, abducting beasts for the slaughter that saves the
doing
world.
it for 20 years?
And this year, Zimforth has given me just 3 days to do it.
That's not a lot of time.
Interesting choice of name.
Zimforth. A body familiar with the harvest. Take them. Begin. The world is ending again. The timer pictured contains the exact number of hours and minutes that remain until mankind faces judgment. Spend your limited moments selecting actions that will uncover the secrets of your neighbors, and upon gathering enough information, abduct the targets that Zimforth desires for a ritual that is as necessary as it is cruel. This is a target timeline. Select concealed pieces of information to execute plans and uncover schedule blocks. Some schedule blocks contain greater secrets than others, and require more invasive actions to reveal as a result. This is the day interface. It allows you to investigate target timelines across a typical week. This is the suspicion meter. It increases every time you attempt to reveal concealed information until you enter a risk state. These are strike counters. Executing plans while in a risk state has an escalating chance to incur a strike. After 3 strikes, your identity will become known and you will cease to be useful to Zimforth. You have your mission, and if you forget it, you can refer to the objective reminder in the top right-hand corner of the screen. May Zimforth have mercy upon you. Okay.
No.
What?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, indeed. Trim hedges, install keylogger, pickpocket?
Okay. Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night?
He said sleep in.
Oh. I think that's him. That's not me, I don't think.
This is your target?
Yeah, I think this is my target.
Okay.
What is this? I don't know what all this is. Okay. Downtime. Anonymity points. Okay, so these are things that I do. And actions that I do on them are down here. Okay. And when we use an anonymity point, it makes that 0. So we pickpocketed. What does that do? Okay. Hack computer, maybe?
Maybe.
Phishing sext. What about him? Target agent intimacy level. So once we get high enough intimacy level. Oh, okay. Revealing the timeline. Oh, wait, hold on. So this half hour. So hold on. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. 4.5. Let's do that. I'm curious.
You set a fire nearby.
Set fire nearby? I don't really know how this works.
Right.
Check back door.
Okay.
Got a little suspicious. Drug his pet?
Aww.
I mean, drug, it doesn't say kill.
And still! That doesn't make me sad.
I guess then we would go to the next day?
We only have 3 days.
Right.
And cut the power.
Cut the power.
Probably steal a laptop. Or flip the breaker. Couldn't you cut the power?
Let's flip the breaker. bribe the official? And then we could do this.
You need 2 hours to do that, though. The only thing you have time for in that block of time is really to shut off the water.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I think he's getting really scared. 10 class?
Sure.
I think we... Hold on. We need to get our thing down. This is bad.
Yeah.
There. Now we... I'm confused. Watch from tree. Why is it... Booby trap door? In our yard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have quite a bit of time here.
Socialize?
Yeah, let's lower our thing down a little bit. Do we maybe enter the building?
Sure.
Bribe the landlord. We could use a stealth point.
Sure.
And now we have enough to actually do the abduction. We could do more and then abduct.
Yeah.
And then abduct?
Sure.
Are we sure? I suppose. Okay.
Your target sleeps less than 6 hours per night. Break group 3. If your target has a commute, remove the pancreas. If your target has no commute, quarter the large intestines. If your target has black hair, break rib number 11. If they have hair of a different color, remove the left lung.
What?
If your target has more than 2 bathroom breaks a day, remove the right lung. If your target has children, break rib number 1, 8, and 19. If your target lives alone, remove the small intestines, otherwise break rib number 22. Was that supposed to be us paying attention to his schedule?
I guess. What the hell is water the flower? Oh. I don't even know what I was supposed to be looking for. Okay, so we have to pay attention. It'll uncover the secrets. Okay. Some schedule. Okay. Yeah. Investigate target timelines across a typical week. Yep. Okay, yep.
Alright.
Okay, so he's... Hi, Deadly. So he sleeps in. But there's something that he does in between the sleeping in.
He's awake for a half hour?
Yes. So he's awake.
So he's sleeping from midnight to 11. So he's sleeping more than 6 hours.
Yes, he sleeps more than 6 hours. His hair is light brown. You think he'd empty the garbage?
Is that what he's doing? Or what we're doing?
So what are we getting from this here? Alone. Okay. How do we know? Huh? Okay. So it's our way of figuring out. She's used to it now. Yeah, I know she's getting used to you doing it.
I know.
Okay. So maybe there's something he does after the sleeping. The amnesia sound. Okay, so we have the half hour we can use to bribe the landlord and maybe learn something.
Okay. So now he's suspicious.
Make breakfast. So, okay. He sleeps in. What does this say? Pee. So he gets up to pee.
For a half hour.
In that span of time, at least. Makes breakfast from 12 to 1:30. Okay.
Deliver food? Even though we just had breakfast? Or county records?
Let's do county records. Nope, that wasn't enough. This is more serious one. Let's blackmail his boss. Buried body? This is his schedule, not mine. Burying a body. Okay.
Oh.
Alright. So after burying a body that takes him from 1:30 to 6 p.m.
No.
Accused of a crime, I think. Chores. Okay. Unarmed and alone. So we know he's alone. And he's unarmed.
Okay.
Okay, what does he do after chores? Maybe we lurk in a van.
Yeah.
Dinner. Okay. And I'm willing to bet maybe just install a microphone.
Yeah.
He's watching TV. Okay. So we know he's alone, he's unarmed, he's committed crimes.
Maybe we should work for 5 hours so that...
Oh, there we go. Apparently we can zoom in. What was the... Oh, he's just saying he's... bedroom, kitchen, the back roads, cleaning, dining room, and then the living room.
Why don't we work for 5 hours to get rid of half of the suspicion?
And get a point back. There we go. And then we can go to the next day. Okay.
He slept for 6 hours.
Yep. 6 hours. Shut off his water because we know he goes to pee.
Yeah.
Is it breakfast? Okay. Peer into his window?
Oh, like that's not scary.
Showers. Of course, we peer through his window when he gets in the shower.
Could do a suspicion thingy for the steal his medical records.
Yeah, let's steal his medical records. Oh, he's a commute. He commutes. Is that to work then? Hack shop account, maybe?
Maybe.
Coffee. Okay, you commute to your coffee place?
I mean, we did.
Okay. I think we go search database for this because I think that he's doing a crime.
Me too.
Didn't give us that. Return pet. Maybe we go level 3 here. And we do that.
Sure.
Patrol with partner in a squad car. Are you a policeman?
Twisted cop.
He's a corrupt cop.
Why don't we, what if we slept?
We got time. It gives us a little less suspicion, but 3 more points. We haven't really had to use too many points, though.
Right? But we only have 1 more day. So we might
We're
need...
about to get it, though, to where we can abduct.
We just want to get his suspicion down as much as possible before we abduct him.
Yeah. Let's sleep. And then maybe rattle the front door. We can do a point.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you commute back. Do we stake out?
We could slash his tire.
Dinner.
Because if we did that, when he wakes up in the morning, he wouldn't be able to commute anywhere.
Right. So we've got light brown hair. He lives alone. He's a police officer who's buried bodies. He drinks coffee. We know that. I think we go for it.
You don't wanna see if we can get any more hints?
I mean, we can try.
We got 1 more day.
Yeah, we can try. Oh, we've already found the schedule, I think. I hit next day and we figured it out, so I think it's time to abduct.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it. Okay. They don't sleep less than 3. If your target has a commute, remove the pancreas.
Yep.
Okay. They have hair of a different color, so we have to remove the left lung. More than 2 bathroom breaks a day. He doesn't. He only goes once.
Yeah.
So we don't remove that.
He didn't.
There's no children's. They live alone. Remove the small intestine.
Okay.
I think then we water.
Yes.
All targets abducted. Wow, okay.
And that should be it. It's,
Yeah.
right?
Random, right?
See you again.
No one sees me. This is...
Have a good one.
This is bad.
Have a good one. Sir? Are you okay?
And the next thing I know, I have a beast. A man in my car. A beast. A man. And the
They
cage
want
I
me to
bought
talk like this
contain
now. I do not know how I feel about doing this while I'm abducting people and stabbing them. To stab with an Indian accent sounds odd to me. That was very interesting.
Yeah, that might be a...
I do believe that is a good stopping point.
And that was your little tease for next...
My brain explodes for my insolence. For the first time, I will have to find the beast.
Well, let
that
us know
blazed
in chat if this is something that you want to keep watching on the 8th.
The man in the corner of
Yes,
my room
please.
has
I'd love
screamed
to see.
himself forward. Every
Kind
time
of
I
like
look in his
murder
direction,
mystery. And then
he still
memory.
rides the bars of his cage.
Yeah, it's not what I expected.
Does he have to do that in an Indian accent?
And I deserve every last drink.
No, because I already did it for a minute.
That would be funny. He said yes.
Oh, God. Anna, Anna. Oh, that's bad.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. Just that's enough teasing.
That is enough. You guys get the idea for one of the games. I will probably start with this for the stream.
Yeah.
But now that I've shown year 1, we can go into year 2 with a, oh god, whichever celebrity she wants me to do. Okay.
I don't know.
Apparently you have to pick one for me. Celebrity you want to hear me do the voice of?
I mean, like, just not Arnold. I've
I've been doing the I do the voice.
He's been
I love
doing
lately.
And you have to remember that I live with him. He does them all the time.
She hears me do this shit every day. So
I'm like,
there's not one voice that she probably hasn't heard me do.
Knuckles.
Knuckles?
It's just the first random thing that pops in my head.
Like from Sonic?
Yeah.
I guess I'll pull up his voice because I
don't
haven't had
think
to
he
do
really
that one.
has a significant voice.
Sure he does. Sonic from the movie?
Yeah.
Or
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Sonic.
From Sonic. I'm assuming you want to hear this one.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. This is the scene when he first meets him.
Pitiful.
Who are you?
He has a very pitiful sounding voice.
Sonic?
Because I'm just all angst.
My new BFFAE. Bestest friend forever and ever. Look, Robotnik, I don't care who you brought.
He's very dark,
You're never going
but that's the idea behind the voice. How's that?
Gruff.
Yeah, it's exactly how it's supposed to sound. I think that's funny that that's the celebrity that you chose.
I mean, it's not a actual, but
it's an icon. I'll give you that.
and that's kind of where I was going with it. I'm like, just make a voice like Knuckles.
Yeah.
Only because I saw that Knuckles has his own show on Paramount Plus.
He is getting his own show, yeah.
Now I want to get it for a minute.
Right?
Just so I can watch
Just so you can see it.
Yeah, and then get rid of it again. Because it's how I feel.
Well, I think for all of you guys, that is about all the time I have for today. I hope you all had a great time. I know we do. We always do.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be posting the schedule probably sometime today for the week coming up. But just know that very soon, on the 8th of May, we will be having a stream to celebrate my birthday. I will be doing a 12-hour stream, probably starting with Life Stealer, since we started a sneak peek already for you guys this time.
Mm-hmm.
For right now, that's all I've got.
I'll probably be back tomorrow for Music Monday.
We probably will do Music Monday. That will probably be what we do.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I hope you all had a great time. I know I did.
I did too. That was funny. Thanks
And
for scaring
we'll
me.
see you all in the next one.